Hey guys, BrickWizard59 here, today coming at you with my newest custom Lego modular building. And this is the Hilton Hotel. Now, for those of you unaware, the Hilton Hotel is a hotel chain across the US as well as the world. And this specific model isn't truly based on a one Hilton Hotel location, but this is more of a mixture of some different locations as well as a few different hotels. Now, this has of course been a very long awaited video as it took over a month to build. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So this building is 5 stories tall. We of course have the lobby, 3 floors of hotel rooms, as well as the rooftop area. Now, this building of course has over 2,200 Lego bricks built into this, and it took around $140 to make. So not the cheapest, but without further ado, let's take a look. Now, before we actually get into the closer detail, we'll just take a quick look at the different sides of the building. So, let's get started. I'll move my fig out of the way. But this is a look at the side of the building. Now, it's pretty plain on this side as well as the other, because this building will be put up against 2 separate buildings. So therefore, you will not be seeing the sides. Alright, so here is a look at the back of the building. You of course have your windows, 6 windows in all, 2 on each floor to bring in light to the back hotel rooms. And then of course you have the rooftop area, which is open from the back, and I'll get into that when we get onto that floor. Here is the other side. Once again, pretty similar to the other, not much detail to it there. And here we are back to the front. But anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at that first floor. Alright, so here is our first floor exterior. And it looks pretty nice here. You can see we of course have the combination of the 4x6 glass pieces as well as the 4x3 brick glass pieces. And what I wanted to do when building the lobby was of course give it a nice look, as well as have easy accessibility to the inside, and I also wanted to have as much light to get in as I possibly could. That's why this is pretty much windows. And now I did a bit of a Vegas styled hotel look here, where I had the large grand pillars on each side along with these 1x1 cylindrical bricks, just to give it a more of a architectural look. Then you of course have some more pillars on each side. So that's just to give it a bit of a nicer look, instead of just adding plain brick, and I think that looks great. Now, you of course have your 2 plants here, which are pretty straightforward. It's pretty much a few yellow and green studs. Now, of course, you have 3 doors, with your 2 front doors here, each with a small Wolverine claw. I thought that would be a cool little door handle. So you can of course open up these 2 doors like so. Oh, and here's just a better look at that Wolverine claw. But you can of course open up the 2 doors like so. And then also there is a 3rd door here. This is actually what leads into the breakfast area. So there's a separate entrance there. But now, let's just take a quick look at the road. The road is pretty straightforward. You have a small drain here, and then it's all completely tiled like in many, all of the Lego modular buildings. But now let's take a look at the inside. But quickly, first off, in terms of accessibility, the entire roof just lifts off like so, and that is basically what's called modular accessibility, and that is of course the same on each of the 5 floors. But now let's take a look at the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of the building. So I know it is a bit tough to see, so I'll give you a few different angles. But of course your front door, or your double doors, are right here. So leading in, you of course are met with another one of the grand pillars. And in all, you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pillars, just to keep the same architectural style all throughout the first building, or the first floor. So you of course have the pillar in the center with a little barrier around that, along with a few plants, as seen there. Then on the right, or on the left, you have your breakfast area. On the right is the reception. But quickly, let's just take a look at the flooring pattern here. Now this is all made using red 2x2 tiles, and once again I did that to give it a more of a elegant 4 or 5-star hotel type of look. And then in the back, of course, we have the elevator, which will lead to the other floors. So let's just quickly take a better look at that reception area. Nothing too fancy, just a small area here with a nice archway on the top, along with your 2 computers here. Each computer does come with a actual printed screen, and that is where your reception workers would be. Then in the corner we do have a small little chair there, just for folks to relax on. Moving to the back, just to give you a bit of a better look at the main entrance, which I know is blocked by the elevator. Moving to the other side, this is your breakfast area, and this is of course the door which would lead outside. That's the side door. And so you have 3 tables here, each with black chairs. In the back you have a couple more arches along with our food. So these 2 are all accessible, so you can just remove them like so. And you could see these have a few entrees and a fork. And of course it moves on like so. This section is also removable, and this features quite a bit. There is a small coffee machine with a couple of cups. You have a mug as well as a burrito. So that is your second little breakfast area. And that will pretty much do it for this first floor. So I mean, definitely quite a bit of detail. Right, just a quick look at our elevator here. And sadly, this isn't my favorite part of the build, because I would definitely like to improve this elevator design. It's definitely not the best, but of course with whatever pieces I had, I built what I could. So basically the way this elevator works is you have this piece here. This is a 1x1 plate with a bit of a peg sticking out, and that would basically go inside these grooves as seen there. And of course that's what it would use to move up and down. Now I do have a mini little handle here, so you could see it just moves up on the grooves and of course goes to the next floors. And of course there is a bit of a locking mechanism on the bottom where it would actually lock against this white part here, and that enables it to actually stop on the rest of the floors. But now let's take a look at the second floor. Alright, so here is the second floor, and before we actually get into the interior, just wanted to show you the exterior. So all 3 floors are identical from the exterior. You of course have this very nice brick design here, using these 1x2 plates here, as well as these modified 1x1 bricks, and these are basically staggered, and that really gives it a bit of a nice look of course, breaks up all the plain brick. Then we, of course, have a couple of modified bricks here on each side, just to, again, add to the architectural style. And then in the center, we have this long awning kind of thing, this long like pillar. And that basically actually goes all the way through all 4 of the floors. Then you, of course, have small ledges here, and then the windows. But on the back, just to take a look, it's pretty simple. Again, you have your 2 windows, and this is where the elevator would lead into. So now we will actually take a look at the inside. So here is the interior of the first floor. Now, basically how this goes is there are 4 hotel rooms on each floor. Each are pretty much identical, but we'll still, of course, go through all of them. So you, of course, have 2 doors on the side and your 2 doors in the back, making in all 4 hotel rooms. Each hotel room, of course, has a bit of a bed here. So it's a bit tough to see, so I'll actually lift it up. But each hotel room has a orange bed, a desk with TV, and a plant. As you can see there. These 2 are a bit of the more expensive rooms because these are right with the window view, nice view into the city. But these are pretty much identical. These are just a bit more skinnier. So in a way it does get fair because these are bigger rooms, but then these are skinnier. But that is your second floor. Here's a look at the third floor. Once again, we have the same detailing with the pillar in the center, along with our 1x2 tiles acting as the brick. And then just a quick look at the back. It is, of course, identical to the floor before it. And then here, just a quick look at the interior. You have your 4 hotel rooms, each identical to the previous floor, as they have the TV, plant, and bedroom. So that is the second or the third floor. Here we have the 4th floor, which is a little bit different compared to the previous floors. First off, we got the same design on the front. Back is also pretty much identical, except I did not add the dark gray stripe on the bottom. Now these hotel rooms are a bit more, you could say, special, because these actually include mini little stoves. Because if you have been to some hotels, you know that, of course, for families or folks who would like to cook, they can, of course, get a room with a small kitchenette. Sadly, I did not have all the parts for the kitchenette, but I did have a mini little stove and oven here, which is basically made using these 2x2 round table plates all across. So these are a bit more expensive rooms for, of course, folks who would like to cook. But now let's take a look at the rooftop. So here is the rooftop, and I thought I'd still leave it onto the building, but this is how it looks. You, of course, have your large 3 window panels in the front, along with the Hilton logo here, which probably was a bit tough to see during the overview, but this is a custom printed sticker that I made myself of the Hilton logo. Now, basically, what this floor is actually a rooftop bar and pool. Now, that idea I actually got from the Hilton in Venice, actually. The Hilton in Venice has a rooftop pool and a bit of a bar, but of course that is more of like outdoors. This is a bit more indoors. But you could see I used black roof tiles all across, just to give it a bit more of a like closed look. And then you, of course, have your nice skylight here on the top. Turning it around, you, of course, have the interior. So the back I left open just so you can get better accessibility. And sadly, the roof actually does not open up. But basically, there's still enough light, which enables you to have a look at the inside. So here is the pool, which is pretty straightforward. It's a large, I believe 8x16 blue plate. Then you of course have your bar here with the bar worker. You have a few drinks on the top, and then your seats for the members. So all in all, if you want to spend your evening at the hotel bar, you can definitely do that. But that is the 5th and final floor. So that's going to do it for the review of my Lego Hilton hotel. But before we end this video off, I just wanted to let you know of a couple of things. For one, the building floors are actually interchangeable, meaning you can actually put, you can take one floor out, you can put the first floor on the 3rd floor, switch them around, you can even just put the roof on top of the lobby. So in that way, it's interchangeable and acts for more playability features. But that's going to do it for the review of my long-awaited Lego Hilton Hotel modular building. So I want to thank everyone so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, as it of course did take over a month to build, as well as almost $150. So a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. Definitely put down in the comments what are your thoughts, what are your views, just, what did you think about it? And that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59, and stay tuned for the Lego City update, which will be coming this weekend as well, in which you will actually see this building in the city. But when that video is up, I will of course have a link to that in the description below. But again, thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my other custom modular buildings, which are in my modular buildings playlist. Link to that will be on the side of the video. But thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59, and I'll see you all very soon.